Hey guys, welcome to JITR episode 41. I think it is. I'm going to keep it really short today though, guys. I'm still not feeling great. I've been shaking all day, getting these little tremors in my arm, and just my back pain and getting headaches, and I've got some kind of bug or something going through my body that's attacking something. Thank you for all the wonderful comments on here, you guys telling me to take my time and get better, but I don't think this is just a matter of time. And I know you guys say go to the doctor, but here's the problem. I've been to the doctor a couple of times and they do blood tests and they say that my numbers actually look good in my blood work, except for my gout, which is uric acid, which I have to take a medicine for that I haven't been taking a lot lately because it makes me feel like garbage. And ironically, now I feel like garbage and I haven't been taking it, so I don't know what that deal is. But at any rate, the problem with blood tests and stuff like that is they have to know what they're looking for and then order the test for it. And when I go to the doctor, it's like they didn't even find the gout stuff for like a year until I went in and like insisted, and they ran the right tests to like confirm it and how to treat it, and then it like helped me with my hand. So I don't have the greatest record with doctors like figuring stuff out. And the thing with me is a lot of it is sciatic nerve based, because I have that problem with my sciatic nerve at L4 where I have a bone spur that scrapes up and down on it like a knife on a leather strap. And that's what I have to take the painkillers for normally, but that's actually not what's been bugging me so much lately. It's been things like my arm, and I pulled a muscle last week in my neck or in my shoulder blade, you know, like where your wing bone is. And it's just lots of little shit like that. And I think it's just in my oxygen saturation sitting around 94, 95 when I'm sitting idle, and you know, Miss Barnacle, she throws it on, she's like throwing down like a 98, 99. Xander like nails the thing at 100. I don't know why I don't have full oxygen saturation. I used to always have that, so I don't know what's going on. But at any rate, I think it might just be like remnants of a cold or a couple of bugs that I had that are all just like still kind of fighting it out and doing battle. So I'm just trying to put as many liquids in as possible. When I had the pinched muscle in my back and I took the muscle relaxers, it helped a ton and it fixed that up. The muscle relaxers like dehydrate you really bad, and I'm almost thinking that a lot of the pain that I'm having in my arm and shoulders just aftermath from that dehydration, just because I didn't put in enough water and I'm taking all this medicine. That like I think every medicine I take is like a diuretic on some level. So I do want to go to the doctor. This is the thing is, if I had my Microsoft insurance like I used to have, and oh, excuse me, sorry, oh, that was a little poop. Yeah, I'm sitting on the shitter. Sorry, guys, it's the best time to make these videos. Miss Barnacle right now is watching a movie, and I'm supposed to be out there watching it too, but I just had to come in here and make this video, otherwise I wasn't getting made tonight, because I'm having to force myself to do everything. I didn't get out of bed today. I've got out of bed twice to go to the kitchen, and like 20 times to come to the bathroom to piss for some reason because I'm drinking so much water. It's just coming out the other end. But anyways, it's like if I had my old insurance like I had before, all the Obamacare fucked everybody over, I would have gone in by now and I would have just said, doctor, like, listen, I've got all this pain throughout my body. I'm having weird pains like in my chest and my collarbone and stuff. Just give me an MRI. Like, so that I could just at least, if nothing else, confirm that I don't have like some kind of like bone cancer or more bone spurs and growths, because I haven't had one in a long, long time. I'd just go do that. But the problem is with my insurance right now, I have a $6,000 per person copay, which means if I go get MRIs, they're going to charge me the $6,000 because it's like they overcharge on everything so much. And yeah, that'll satisfy my deductible for the year all in one go. But it's like I don't have $6,000 to go drop on some scans that might not find anything. Even if there is the off 5% chance that I could find something that would fix all my pain and save my life, it's like you'd think that, but no, it's like I can't do that right now. And so it's one of those things where it's becoming a little bit of a stressful cyclic machine, because it's like in order for me to make good content and get good viewership and do a good job, I have to make a lot of videos and have to be happy and have to be comfortable, because that's what people like. People like my personality, not this guy you guys are watching right now. Nobody likes this guy. Don't get me wrong. You guys, you know, might be empathetic to what I'm going through right now, but nobody wants to hang out with the fucking whiny fat dude that complains about life every day. That's no fucking fun. I wouldn't even be my own friend right now. So it's like really hard to do the one thing when this is going on, but I need to do the other thing to get the money to go to the doctors to get the shit figured out so that I can fix the thing. It's this weird like chicken and the egg problem I can't quite wrap my head around, but I'm just hoping that if I just keep pondering on it, I'm going to wake up one of these mornings and I'm going to feel good, because that's happened before. It's happened before. I've just had days and days and days of feeling just worn out and fatigued and like shit and headaches and double vision. And then I just wake up and I'm like, wow, I actually slept pretty good. And then I got some energy, I get some coffee in me, and I'm just good to go. You guys have seen the morning coffee episodes where I'm just a mile a minute when I'm talking. And those are the good days. And I've just been, shit, it feels like last weekend I spent most of the time in bed. This weekend I'm spending most of the time in the bed. I managed to make it upstairs yesterday to do a live stream with Sean Be Nice, and that was fun. But my arm was killing me the whole time. Like I hit it really well, but it was like just killing me. I had to go downstairs and take a bunch of my pain medication before the stream, just because my arm was hurting so bad, and I didn't want to cancel on him because I had promised him that I'd do the stream with him since he made that funny video. So anyways, again, I'm sorry guys that this has turned into a bitch fest, but Jerry and the Raw, we'll just call this the week of hell for the year. Get this shit out of the way and hopefully go back, because I can already tell, like, even my wife is like, I can tell she's getting to her wit's end. She's had enough of this shit, and my son's definitely had enough of this shit, and it's like getting to the point now where it's like, yeah, I need to get my shit together. So, and I need to figure things out. The good news is the arm pain is only about maybe 60% of what it was yesterday, so it is getting better, and I don't have the bruising. At least I don't see the bruises. Let's see if we can see them this time. I don't know if you guys can see on camera. I can't see them right now, so I think they went away, but I had like 20 little purple spots. It looks like somebody took a finger and just poked me really hard, and it gave me a bunch of purple bruises, and even my wife was looking at it and going like, what the hell is wrong with your arm? And it was all poofed up like a sausage casing all the way down my forearm here, and it was like totally contracted. Like I couldn't get the muscle to relax on my forearm. Like I was doing push-ups on my fingertips like constantly, and I couldn't get them to relax. But so things are getting better. I can confirm things are getting better. I made the horrible mistake, like I said in the vlog last night, that I tried sleeping without my CPAP a couple of days ago, and that was a really dumb mistake. Like that stretched out my uvula. That took an entire day to recover from that. My mouth still feels dry from that. Like I still feel like I haven't even recovered like the moisture in my mouth from the snoring without the CPAP. And normally with the CPAP, I wake up a couple of times during the night just to adjust and move position. But without the CPAP, I basically just stayed in one position all night, which you'd think is a good thing, but I was snoring like crazy the whole time. And usually when you change positions, your snoring stops for a little while. So I just snored continuously through the whole night. And my oxygen level got pretty low because I was logging it with my little finger device. It has these little areas where when I have an apnea event, I stop breathing because of the snoring. It'll drop down to like 84 to 86 for a little while, and then the little alarm goes off and goes ding 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 ding, and it wakes me up enough that I take a deep breath, and then the oxygen starts to come up again. But that's what the CPAP solves. So I need to I proved to myself that I really do need that CPAP, and I need to be sleeping with it like every night. So no more exceptions. I also have to get that thing on a UPS, so if the power goes out in the middle of the night, I don't like suffocate because they don't have built-in battery backups on them, which I think is really stupid. And they don't have like a bypass where when they shut down, you're just breathing against resistance. Like it literally feels, if you have a full face mask and the power goes out, you are literally being suffocated by the machine. Like you cannot suck in enough air. Luckily, I just have the nasal pillow, so I can just open my mouth and breathe. But for some reason, like it takes me almost suffocating when I'm sleeping before I'll open my mouth. I don't know why, because I used to be a mouth breather, and I don't really get that. But anyways, that's just, you know, what's going on with me. And I know a lot of you guys are concerned, and I appreciate that you're concerned. And I know that I really, if this doesn't clear up in the next couple of days, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and go to the doctor and just be like, guys, just run the gamut, whatever. I'll find some way to pay for it and figure it out. Because health, I don't really want to fuck with health. Because I'll tell you guys a really depressing story real quick. My mother died because of cancer. She had renal cancer. And the reason she died is they didn't detect it until it was in stage 4. And the only reason they didn't detect it until it was in stage 4 is my mom was in pain and suffering for like a year. And she would not go to the doctor. She would not go to the doctor. It wasn't until one night she was literally throwing up and crying and couldn't walk. She was like so bad off that my dad was like, fuck it, we are taking you to the emergency room. And when they took her in the emergency room, she had pneumonia or something like that. Like it looked like pneumonia symptoms, and they scanned her, and she had the renal cancer that had already metastasized and moved out throughout her system. And I just keep telling myself, if my mom had just went to the fucking doctor and had good insurance, she might still be alive today, because She would have gone in the first time that she had symptoms, and instead of waiting until she was almost dying. And that's what it was like when we grew up. Like growing up with my parents' house, we were so poor that I maybe went to the doctor 20 times during my entire childhood. Like, and the same doctor too. I had the same doctor all the way from when I was a kid to like damn near 16. And, you know, maybe 20 times I went to that doctor, and it was always just to like get like the little office visit for like strep, you know, a strep test. I had pneumonia twice when I was a kid. Full-blown pneumonia where I had to sit up because if I laid down, I'd sound like a coffee pot and I'd start drowning. I shit you not. We didn't have any money to go to the emergency room, so my parents would literally prop me up on the couch, stuff pillows in on each side of me so that I was forced to sleep in a sitting position, and they'd set up like one of those not humidifiers. What are they? Yeah, like humidifier or vaporizer, where you put the Vicks on it, or they put the Vicks vapor rub on it and run that thing. And I would just basically just live on the couch for like 3 or 4 days sounding like a coffee pot, and then it would take me 3 months to like actually get better. And you know, it wasn't just me though. My mom, when she got sick and she got pneumonia, same thing. She just fucking suffered. And so we never go get any medicine. We never go get any like cough suppressant. I didn't even take over the counter stuff. We didn't even go get like Sudafed and stuff like that, or NyQuil, because when I was a kid, I was like so against any of that stuff that I wouldn't even take it even if we had it. And so the thing that like scares me is my memory keeps going back to that place. It's like, if I do have something serious wrong inside of me right now that's causing all these problems, like if I went and got it checked out and diagnosed properly, yeah, maybe I could treat it, you know, or even if it's not there, at least I'd have the peace of mind of knowing that they checked. And in my brain, I would have hopefully that placebo effect in my brain that, oh, nothing is wrong with me, so I can overcome this. But the insurance situation in this country just sucks now. It's really hard going from a job where, you know, I'm glad that I get to see all sides though. That's the one thing that I do like about, you know, growing up really poor and then like having some money for once, you know, for 15 years when I was with Microsoft, and then going back to being like middle class again and kind of dipping into poor and middle class. I've been all through the spectrum since I was a kid all the way to adult. So it's like I've experienced what each one of those groups go through, and it gives me a unique perspective that I don't think a lot of people have. And I can appreciate right now, like that insurance I had when I was at Microsoft, it's like, that was amazing. Like just go to the doctor, 0 copays, 100% coverage and everything. This is pre-Obamacare. When Obamacare came out, it screwed that up. And then we had to pay like $3,000 copay, and then it was 100% after that. But anyways, compared to now where I'm paying like $1,400 a month and I don't get shit until I pay like $6,000 out of pocket. Like I have to pay $1,400. Imagine that. Imagine if you had a car where you had to make the car payment every month, but you don't get to drive the car until you pay off like half of it. Like layaway. It's like, that's my insurance plan. Like I have to satisfy this $6,000 deductible so I can pay $1,400 a month and never get anything except for, it does lower the cost of prescriptions and stuff. But for my doctor's visit, it does absolutely nothing for my doctor's visit because he's out of network. But he still counts towards the deductible. So I basically have to go to my doctor and spend like $6,000 in a year, which like I don't get, even me, I don't get sick enough to go exhaust $6,000. And even if I do, that's $6,000 I would have to pay before the insurance kicks in. Now that's great if I'm in an emergency and I have to go to the emergency room and I need a $100,000 operation, then rock on. The insurance kicks in and does its thing. And someday it may very well save me, but it's literally right now, insurance is like wasteful. Like, it's like, I hope we fix the healthcare system. I really do. And today I even got into it with some guy on Twitter about homeless people and addiction. These addicted people, you know, get on the streets and they're addicted to heroin and everything. And I'm trying to explain to this guy that it's like, addiction is a disease. Like, I even know. It's like, I've taken painkillers for 8 years. Hold on. Sorry, a little comic relief there. I've taken painkillers for 8 years for my back, and it's taken every fiber of my being to make sure that I stay on the dosage I'm supposed to, highly regulated by my doctor, and I have my wife watching over me to make sure that I don't go into that hole. And if the drug disappears one day, I'll have to go through withdrawal. It won't be super bad because I'm not on a high dose, but the withdrawal's still there, and I've gone through it. Every year I try to keep the drug working well by coming off of it for a week cold turkey. It's not fun. You feel like you got the flu for a couple of days. But you imagine these people on the streets, 80% of heroin users start off on oxycodone, and then when they can't get it anymore because the doctor cuts them off, they end up going and getting heroin, which is damn near the same thing. And then they can't get the dosage right, and so they keep upping the dose and upping the dose and upping the dose until eventually you have so much of it in your system that if you go off it, I mean, it can threaten your life. You can die from that withdrawal. So the point I'm making here is I was trying to explain to that guy, it's like people don't choose to be homeless drug addicts. They really don't. That's a situation that snuck up on them. Nobody goes, you know what, I think I'm going to just quit my job and live in a cardboard box in the cold ass, Seattle or Portland climate or whatever, and just, spend every waking moment of my being trying to track down this illicit drug to keep me from feeling like I'm going to die. Like, nobody chooses that life. Nobody at all. And we need to just be like cognitive of that. When, like this guy in particular, the reason the argument started was he posted a video where, he found 2 people that were using heroin in Portland, Oregon, and they were doing it in their cardboard box. They set up like a little cardboard box. You can go watch the video. I posted it. Their cardboard box, and he like intentionally goes over the cardboard box, and he's like peeking. He's putting his camera over and recording them doing it, even though they've obscured themselves from the public. Like they've tried to give themselves some kind of privacy. Do I think it's right to use drugs on the street? No, absolutely not. Do I think it's okay to set up cardboard boxes on the sidewalk on public access? No, that's the police should ask them to move along or move them to somewhere else. They shouldn't be there. But what I didn't like what this guy did is that he literally went over there and was like shoving a camera in their face over the top of their cardboard box and then trying to evoke a response from them, trying to screw with their privacy, and they're already embarrassed and ashamed, and he's pushing their buttons. Then he puts that on the internet for views. And I'm like, what a fucker. Like, why would you do that? Like, and he claims that, oh, I'm just trying to show people what's going on in my city so they can clean up. It's like, yeah, but you're not just passively recording people. You're antagonizing homeless drug addicts. That's what you're doing. You're literally antagonizing homeless drug addicts. Like, why would you do such a thing? So anyways, that really ruffled my feathers, and I haven't been feeling that great lately. So everything on social media has been beating me up. So I've been trying to stay off it for the most part, like with the few exceptions of this guy and a couple other things. For the last 2 days, I've been mostly offline, and you guys are the only ones that I'm talking to right now, really. And God, I can't believe this already been 17 minutes. No wonder my legs are going numb from sitting on the toilet. Still, all I've gotten is 2 farts and no poop. Like, come on, man. Like, why does my pooper always stop working right before I go to bed? I don't know, man. There's probably some physics in there somewhere. I've been eating this Activia yogurt, though. That's been helping a lot. If you guys, if you're old like me, eat Activia yogurt. It seems to make the pooper work pretty good most of the times. But tonight I'm not taking any sleeping medication. I'm not taking any muscle relaxers tonight. I'm going to just exhaust myself out and try to get to sleep. And it's going to be a rough night, I can tell, because of the pain in my arm and everything. But I'm hoping that it'll help me retain more water, because I've been drinking water all day, and I want to get this dehydration thing under control. So I feel hydrated and I don't feel so dried out, because I think that a lot of the muscle pains and the cramps and everything that I'm having are a result of dehydration from the medication that I took. Because I took quite a bit of it, not yesterday, but the day before. And that's when things kind of got really bad. So I'm thinking there's a connection there. All right, guys, well, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been on here for 18 minutes, and when I left the room, I didn't really say what I was doing. Like, she's probably wondering what the hell I'm doing here with the door closed. If she's listening, she probably already knows that I'm, like, recording this, because I told her I wasn't going to make it. So when I came in here and sat down, I didn't plan on making it. I was just sitting here with the cell phone, and I was like, you know what? I just should just, no matter what, just turn this thing on and talk to you guys best I can. I don't think I'll always be strong enough to do that, depending on the situation, but I just want to keep you guys apprised of what's going on behind the scenes, because I'm not going to be talking about a lot of this stuff publicly. This is going to be just for the patrons, because I figure, I owe you guys an explanation. And I know a lot of you will be like, I don't owe you shit, but no, the truth is I do, because everything in my entire world has been in a down spin for months. Like, because I haven't been producing content, I haven't been being reliable with the live streams, like everything is down across the board. So even though you guys are, Patreon as an income revenue stream is actually rather small compared to everything else, like combined, it's still helping out tremendously. And that's revenue that you guys are pretty much providing stably, whereas everything else is unstable as fuck. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And don't think that means you have to hang out if you can't afford it, guys. If you got to back out for whatever reason, you will never get an argument from me ever. I am thankful for even a single month that you guys kicked me $1 just to check out these episodes and everything. If it's not for you, I totally understand if you guys got to like jump ship. I get it. I totally get it. And for those of you guys that like to stay because you are enjoying the video content and everything like that, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And even though these might not be the most positive jitter episodes compared to things in the past, they are a part of what's going on in my life, and it's still helpful for me to talk to somebody about it. Like, honestly, I didn't even want to shoot this video, and then when I started shooting it, it's like I feel a little better already just being able to say something. Because I can sit down and I can talk to my wife, but you know, she hears this 24/7 when I'm not feeling well and everything. She comes in and checks on me, and she knows what's going on and everything. So it's like I get to a point where it's like I don't want to burden her. I don't even want to tell her like what's going on anymore on a lot of stuff. I just want to fix it, and you know, just so she doesn't have to see it. And luckily for me, she's not a patron, so she doesn't even get to see these videos, guys. She hasn't seen a single jitter episode except for the ones that I've recorded with her, because you can't even add somebody on Patreon as like an admin or a moderator. It's just, at least I haven't figured out how yet. Once I do, I'll get her on here. But so you guys are even seeing videos that my wife doesn't even see. So hopefully that's interesting on some level. All right, guys, this is a 20-minute vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off though, because both my legs are numb right now from sitting on the shitter so long. I usually don't sit on the shitter this long. And I want to go finish the movie, and I don't know, I'll probably watch some reruns of Monty Python and the Flying Circus from back in the 70s or something before I finally go to bed. Or you know what's better yet, I think I'll turn off the TV after this movie's over and watch or start reading my book. What was it? The art of not giving a fuck or something like that. It's a different book than the Fuck Yourself book. It's something that's like the art of not giving a fuck. I don't know. It's something like that. I forgot the name of it. My memory's been shot. Sleep and memory are directly tied together, and I think the sleep thing is probably my biggest enemy right now. I gotta figure that out. I'm gonna try to change up a little thing every night, be it my pillow, be it my blanket, and just keep track of what is better sleep, what is worse sleep. You know, fan on, fan off, maybe some Vicks Vapor Rub, just to open up my sinus a little bit. I'm going to try some things. I'm going to mark whether they help or whether they don't, the pros and cons, and see if I can somehow start narrowing down a situation where my sleep gradually improves. I got to focus on the sleep. I think the sleep is the key to everything, because when I wake up in the morning, I'm exhausted. Throughout the whole day, I'm exhausted. I never feel like I actually wake up. And not all the time, but I'm just saying over the last couple of days or even the last week, and when I can't wake up, you guys see morning coffee, things just don't fire right. I misspeak all the time. And then I start becoming a little self-conscious, because I realize that's not me. That's not who I am. And it's so frustrating being trapped in a body that's not doing what you want it to, you know? So, but I am painfully aware that I need to lose weight. I am painfully aware that I need to get my health up. I need to get some cardiovascular stuff going. Or not cardiovascular, what is it, like cardio, cardiovascular. I got to get some of that exercise going. I got to do stuff to get the blood pumping and get my blood to oxygenate more, because if I wait too long, I'm going to be so far gone, I'm afraid I'll never get myself back. Shit, I'm going on almost 39, guys. This month I'll be 39 on the 30th. That's my birthday. So the big 39, I only got one more year. I feel like I'm having my midlife crisis a little early. All right, guys. Honestly, I gotta wrap this up, or I'll just keep talking. And right now, I feel like a paraplegic, because my legs are gone right now. Like, I can't even stand up. I'm gonna have to wiggle to get up. All right, guys. I'm done. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I think it's Saturday tomorrow, right? I'm gonna wake up and see if I can drag my ass out of bed and see if I can take my family to breakfast or something, because I got to do something to boost their spirits, because these last couple of days I've been hugely depressed, and I gotta put on a smile and let my family know everything's gonna be all right. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.